Yo, what's good, people? It's your boy NinjaTea, aka the Indonesian Grime King. I'm a grime artist, born in Jakarta, the capital of Indonesia. Spent the good past few years of my life in Manchester, so I represent the 0161. First ever kind of experience with music was that I was at a car boot sale with my dad 12 years ago, so I'm 23. So I was 11, and we bought a second-hand Spanish guitar because my dad could play a bit of guitar. So yeah, learned a few chords on that, started singing, and then for many years from 11 to 16 I was actually heavily into outside of grime and hip hop. I'm hugely into heavy music, I'm a big metalhead. So I was actually a rhythm guitarist and clean singer in a metalcore band. Yeah, and then when I was towards the end of high school, I started spitting bars. I'm definitely a reasonably good guitarist and a decent singer. Everybody knows that I for sure can sing, but I'm not a great singer. And if you imagine playing guitar and singing for 5 years and only being good. I knew I had a talent for rap because the first bars that I ever wrote were sick. I still spit the same bars. I still spit some bars that I spat when I was 16, 17 now, and I noticed whoa, I'm good at this, you know what I mean? And then yeah, started spitting at 17, and then from 20 I've been serious. For me, becoming serious on music was just all my external circle telling me that I'm sick. So for the longest amount of time, from 11 to 20, doing music, I just did it casually. And then at 20, I had an epiphany. It was April 2016, around Easter times. I said to myself, at 20 years old, 2 months before my 21st birthday, let me not become a musician, but for the first time in my life, take music seriously. So instead of doing music when I felt like it, I made it a habit. I made it a habit to keep writing, keep spitting bars, actually go to studio and finish off songs. So I spent a lot of 2016 just mastering my craft, making sure that I'm a sick MC, getting my songwriting on point, actually getting content, because I've been to studio but I just kept throwing away songs, you know what I mean? And then I shot 2 music videos in 2016, and then finally in February 2017 I dropped my first piece of real rap content. I dropped a hip hop song called Ninja's 21st, and that was with a music video as well. Taking it back, I grew up in Leeds, around the area of Chapeltown. I don't know if you know or not, but it's a very Afro-Caribbean area. And I literally, when I say I'm a grime kid, I mean I'm a grime kid before hip-hop. I was into Dizzy Rascal and Wiley way before I knew who Wu-Tang and Nas were. I only learnt about Wu-Tang and Nas and American boom bap when I was 12 years old, so I was very naturally listening to grime. What it was remember like I said, I dropped my first song in February 2017, and that was a hip hop song. Second of that, I dropped a song called Dark Bars and the Norm, accompanied with a music video that's also a hip hop song. And then in June 2017, so 4 months after my first music video single ever, I got an opportunity to do a bar session on an Indonesian hip-hop channel called 16 Bar, which converts to 16 bars. And I thought, you know what, let me go UK on this and then do grime. That grime freestyle, I'm very lucky for it to have been co-signed by Don't Flop. Went kind of semi-viral. I think subtotal online, including Facebook views, I got about 100,000 views in a month. And then from that moment, I basically became the Indonesian Grime King. I had no intention of being the Indonesian Grime King, but then it just made sense because the only reason why my first few songs were hip hop was because I didn't know any grime producers. And shout outs 4 Limbs, that's my guy, that's my boom bap guy. He's a Manchester based hip hop producer. And then yeah, with regards to cultivating my fan base, it just made sense from that moment to carry on doing grime, because grime is where my heart's at, grime is where my energy's at. And then I think indirectly people are just saying, oh yeah, it's the Indonesian Grime King, Indonesian Grime King. And then that's how I managed to cultivate my fan base, as in being known as the Indonesian guy who's bringing grime to the Indonesian hip hop scene, while simultaneously plugging in the Indonesian hip hop scene to the UK and the rest of the world. And I won't even say I filled in a gap. I created the market. It's not like there was a demand for Indonesian grime, but it was just very natural. You know a guy called Gary Vaynerchuk, or Gary V? Gary V or Gary Vaynerchuk, check him out. He's a very, very well-known entrepreneur who creates a lot of content, digital branding, etc. And a lot of my mindset and the way that I roll, the way that I talk is influenced by him. On the stay motivated, yeah, one of my favourite quotes from Gary Vee is fuck motivation, build habits. So basically the key is habit, right? So I'm not motivated to create content, it's within my habit. So let me give you an example, right? You're not motivated to brush your teeth, but it feels weird if you do not. So it's weird for me not to drop the sauce. Every day I'm saucing, you know what I mean? Like, you know how Chip says he doesn't run out of bars? I do, right? I do run out of bars, but I never run out of sauce. So like, in times where I don't feel I have the energy to write bars, I write melodies, or I'll drop on Instagram, or grow my business, or drop some kind of content like behind the scenes, I'll edit a vlog. I'd explain NinjaTea's creative process as an energy burst. So I like to make one thing the most important thing in my life. Like for example, right now, in this time and space, this interview is the most important thing in my life. Just be in that moment, give it my all, put it out in the world, promote it, and then like pray to the Most High. So for example, like one of my most successful projects is a song called I'm the Man, featuring on the hook a homegirl called Ramen Girl, who's a big Indonesian hip hop artist. In fact, outside of, you know, Rich Brian, she's arguably the biggest hip hop artist in Indonesia right now. She's hitting like millions and stuff like that. So yeah, she's on the hook, and me and my boys XYZ, which is a producer duo, Bramantio and Gamalil, this is what was in Indonesia. We wrote the song, they made the beat, the song was mixed and mastered, and it was filmed and edited in 93 hours. And then like, that process of like, yo, I'm gonna do the song with Ramen Girl in the studio, go live, shoot the video behind the scenes, out, and then it got like 6K in like 2 days. And now it's on like 50,000. And I say, yeah, that's my creative process. Like, go in the moment, you know what I mean, make it the most important thing in my life in that moment. Once it's out, promote it, pray, and then hope it does well, and then just move on. If it does well, cool. If it doesn't do well, cool. Because I know it's gonna get picked up on later. Like I've noticed with my art, a lot of the times like it'll drop and then it'll get slept on for ages, and then there's just like a little spike in the world or whatever. Like someone discovers it, some big person tweets it, and then everything catches up. It might sound a bit cliche, but I'll start with just saying like, I'll just spit lyrics from the heart. It's however I'm feeling at the time. I'm not one of these, like, I don't think it's in me to write a summer song in January and then save it. Like, even if it's a summer vibe, I drop it in February, because for me it's just like the feeling goes, you know what I mean? So it's just all based on feeling. I'm not a planner. Like I'm not like, oh, let me plan a song for the girls, let me plan a song that's conscious and then drop this during a time where the world's feeling more elevated. No. Just write how I feel. Just because you speak how you feel, right? And then you type how you feel, or you should. So I just write how I feel. Obviously, like the beat helps. So I might be feeling a certain producer at a certain time, and that will aid me towards like the lyrics that I write. So if I'm feeling like Mac James, he's a grime producer, also from North Manchester, not too far from here. And he makes very kind of dubsteppy, like grime beats. So I know with him it's going to be like hype bars. And then when I'm feeling to get, you know, deep or whatever, I might holler fallings for the hip hop thing. For me, producing is a nice idea. What I mean by it is that like I'm in a very, very blessed position where, like, you know how like certain rappers might be finding beats. I got so many beats. I don't have enough bars for all these beats. I don't have enough time to write to all these instrumentals. People send me instrumentals all the time. I feel like I'd be cheating on my producers as well, because they want me to always spit on their beats. So yeah, I want to get in production. Not because I want to make beats, but just so I understand the production process, and I can just put myself in like the producer's shoes. So if I want something changing or whatever, or even if I could just edit a beat a little bit, like make the bass or whatever, I don't know what I'm talking about, but you know what I mean, deeper or higher or whatever, or make like add an extra snare, I could do that. A bit about this song, right? So Ramen Girl is one of the biggest hip hop artists in Indonesia. This video was shot in May 2017, so I toured Indonesia then. So Ramen Girl's a big Indonesian hip hop artist, and she's got a song called "I'm the Man," which is like a hip hop song. And what me and my boys Bramantio and Gamaliel. Yeah. So this is Gamaliel, and this is Bramantio, and together they make XYZ. These guys produced a grime remix of a hip hop song. So that's one of the reasons why the song's done so well is because it's a remix of a big song anyway. Like the original song's done like 700k. Ramen Girl's in the video, like I really wanted to do a song with her, but like her label didn't allow it because of I don't know why. Oh, it's just label politics, isn't it? But like the way I got around it was by doing a remix of one of her songs. Unfortunately, this song didn't get on Spotify, so it's only a YouTube hit. But yeah, like I got the approval from the label to get it done. She got in the video as a cameo. Like I was in the studio with Bramantio and Gamaliel again, who makes XYZ. They produced the beat. The beat sounds like the original hip hop beat, but it's grimified, so it's like double timed. And then I was writing, and then by the time they finished the beat, I finished writing, and then I started recording, and then we took the demo on that day, or I think the next day, and just shot the music video of Ramen Girl. And then basically Gamaliel filmed most of it and edited all of it, and Bramantio mixed and mastered the track. So it was like a seamless, you know what I mean, like integration. And in all that process, like whilst they were doing the hard stuff, I was just documenting on social media and shit. And that's how I'm the Man came. So this is my latest single, not counting my 2 new features. So this song is called Back in the Lab Now, and I'm collaborating with a American-raised Indonesian. So Ben Utomo is this guy here, he is a California-raised Indonesian. Obviously I'm a British-raised Indonesian. When I say I'm Indonesian, I mean like both my parents are Indonesian. I was born there, and I go back all the time. Like, no offense, but it's not like in the UK, like we have like people who are like 3rd generation Indian, like their parents haven't been to India, or they've been once or twice and they've never been and they're still saying they're Indian. Yeah, no offense to those people or whatever, but I'm really Indonesian in it. Like, I've been in Indonesia like 20 times and spent like 4 or 5 years of my life there, and I speak the language, etc. So Ben Utomo's in a similar position. So obviously we need to do, like, we fancy doing some like Skepta and ASAP Rocky shit, where like he jumps on grime but in a rap way. Yeah, this video was shot in Jakarta, produced by Bramantio. So again, like XYZ's Bramantio and Gamaliel, but they're individual producers as well. And Gamaliel actually directed this video. They're my boys in it. Back in the lab now. It's just about being back in the lab, cooking that dope, as in not actual dope, just music dope. Well, I'm super proud of this project. I feel like definitely put on for the culture. In terms of marketing, so I released it on my channel first, and then it took like 20k to get 20,000 views to get in 1 month. And then Ben Utomo re-uploaded on his channel. It got a boost. I think it's on like 55k on his channel, and then like because it was originally on mine, YouTube indexes this as the main thing. So when people type in Back in the Lab Now, Ben's video doesn't show, and only my video shows. So yeah, man, it's had like over 100,000 including Spotify in like 2 months, which is dope. Oh, and also I put the instrumental out for free as well, and I put the instrumental out and the instrumental with the chorus, and we've got a few people jumping on the remix.